Hi everybody, welcome back to the Moose. Now we're going to get back into naming all of the notes on the fingerboard, and again applying what we just learned to the fingerboard. Now, learning all the notes on the fingerboard is really important, because right after this I'm going to be teaching you chord formations. And by knowing all the notes on the fingerboard and combining them with these chord formations, we're going to start with 3 basic chord formations, and from there you're going to know all the chords on the banjo. So this is really important to understand how the noting on the fingerboard is going to work. And even though you might not, this might not sink in all right away as far as you looking at the fingerboard and knowing exactly where these notes are right off the bat, in time you're going to know where the notes are at, just by, again, after we start chording and looking how that works, you're going to realize and come to know all of these notes on the banjo. So, before we start naming the notes, we have to go back to the tuning of the banjo. And you already know the tuning. The 4th string is a D note, hit open. The 3rd string is a G note, hit open. The 2nd string is a B note, hit open. The 1st string is another D note, hit open. Just higher in pitch, 1 octave higher than the 4th string D note. And also the 5th string is a G note, 1 octave higher in pitch than the 3rd string, hit open. We're going to start now with the D string, the lower D string, the 4th string, hit open. Again, that's a D note. Let's go over to the board now. We're going to start with D. Okay? Again, that's a D note, 4th string's a D note. That's what we have to start with. Now we're going to fret the 4th string at the 1st fret. What is it? D sharp or E flat? Again, we can call this note either one of those, D sharp or E flat. They're exactly the same note and they sound exactly the same. And we keep moving up now. Again, we're climbing the staircase starting at D. Now, the next note is in E, so we'll come up 1/2 step, climbing that staircase, hit that, the 2nd fret of the D string, the 4th string, and we get an E. Okay? Now, we're going to come up, we're going to keep working up to the 3rd fret, we hit that, and that's an F note. Again, there are no sharps and flats between E and F and B and C. So you can see how this system is going to work. Keep climbing the step in 1/2 steps. The 4th fret, it can be called either F sharp or G flat. Again, working all the way up and going back to octaves. When we hit that 12th fret, we're going to get another D note. That same D note that we hit open. And again, remember that I said that 12th fret was a very important fret, because now the notes start to repeat themselves again. So, we're right back where we started. We're right back at that D note again. And then moving up the staircase a 1/2 step. What do we got again? We got the D sharp and the E flat, or the E flat. So that's how that works. And so, if we wanted to start on the 3rd string now, we know that that's a G note, because that's how the banjo is tuned. That's a G note. So now we're going to start over here with our G. We're going to come up, start up this staircase now. Half step, first fret of the 3rd string. We're going to hit that. We have a G sharp or an A flat. Again, you can work your way all the way up with that G string. Again, you're going to get to the 12th fret, another G note, and all those notes are going to start again. This holds true with the B string as well. We're just starting on the B string open. Again, counting up those half steps. The important thing to remember about this learning the fingerboard is that there are no sharps or flats between B and C or E and F. Okay, so that holds true. This whole system holds true with the next D string. It's another D note. Again, it's just higher in pitch. Excuse me, an octave higher. And we can start that same system again. D, D sharp or E flat, E, F sharp or G flat, G sharp or A flat, A. So you can see how that works. So now, knowing the tuning of the banjo and knowing how this works and applies to the fingerboard, now you know every note on the banjo using this system. And again, this is not going to happen right away while you finger up here and know exactly what note you're hitting, but you will. Even if you have to count your way up for right now to say, somebody says, well, hit an F sharp, you'll be able to hit an F sharp using this system, and in different places as well on the fingerboard. Okay, now one more thing before I go. I just use this symbol. I have these 3 symbols down here. This symbol is called a natural, and all the natural symbol means is that there is no sharps or flats involved. We can call any of these top notes with no sharps or flats a natural because they don't have the sharps or flats. And again, this symbol is the symbol for a sharp, and this symbol is a symbol for a B, for a flat, I'm sorry. So we have the natural symbol, the sharp symbol, and the flat symbol. So there's the system that you're going to apply to the banjo and this tuning. And so practice just going up half steps or each fret, either counting going up the staircase or coming back down the staircase, and name all the notes as you go along. You name every fret because it's really not that complicated once you get going on it. And again, just practice saying the different notes as you go up and down the staircase or up and down the fretboard. Thanks for joining me, everybody, and we're going to get into chording the banjo here in the next upcoming segments. We'll see you next time.